There is something terrifying in the way Mike Tyson responded to madness. Every unhinged challenger who stepped into his orbit believed, in some delusional corner of their mind, that they could intimidate him, provoke him, or push him off balance with threats and theatrics. Yet each time they tried, they discovered quickly and brutally that Iron Mike was a storm that could not be moved, a force that did not bend, and certainly a man who never feared those who screamed the loudest. These deranged men who vowed to kill him never realized they were awakening a predator whose natural response to danger was total destruction. And in every one of these wild encounters, the same thing happened. Tyson turned lunatics into cautionary tales. Before his rise to legend, Tyson found himself locked in a battle far stranger than anything from the controlled environment of a ring. In 1986, Mitch Green, a street gang leader whose rage outweighed his skill, marked Tyson as his target. He strutted and shouted and declared himself the rightful owner of Mike's future. But all he managed to do was ignite a fire in a young warrior already hungry for dominance. When the bell rang on fight night, Tyson didn't step into the ring to simply win. He entered with the cold focus of a man who wanted to exact punishment. Green's attempts at intimidation had only written his fate, and Tyson hunted him down with the patience of a predator stalking wounded prey. Each blow served as a lesson, each counter as a warning, until Green's face resembled a brutal masterpiece crafted by fists instead of brushes. Tyson imposed justice in a way only he could, reducing the self-proclaimed menace to a broken, gasping reminder that arrogance always has a price. But the story didn't end there. 2 years later, consumed by the bitterness of defeat, Green sought revenge in the streets, meeting Tyson not under the bright lights of the arena, but in a raw, unscripted confrontation in Harlem. Yet even off the canvas, Tyson remained unshakable. In a matter of seconds, the encounter ended the same way it had begun. Green on the ground, Tyson standing tall. It served as a stark reminder that no environment, no setting, no advantage granted by surprise could erase the sheer imbalance between a delusional gangster and the most violent puncher alive. Not long after, another loudmouth stepped forward with reckless confidence. Peter McNeely, a fringe heavyweight known more for his theatrics than his victories, strutted into the spotlight convinced that Tyson's time in prison had softened him. McNeely's boasts were louder than his skills, and he painted the world with wild promises about wrapping Tyson in horror and humiliation. Yet the moment the bell rang, the illusion shattered. Tyson approached him with the energy of a lion unleashed after 3 long years, his body sculpted in confinement, his hunger sharpened by silence. McNeely charged forward, desperate to shock the world. Instead, he became the first victim of Tyson's renewed wrath, crashing to the canvas in mere seconds. When he rose again, dazed and trembling, Tyson pounced once more, and in the fight, so quickly the crowd barely had time to process what they witnessed. It wasn't a contest. It was a reminder that even time behind bars could not dull the edge of a born destroyer. The line of sacrificial lambs continued with Donovan Razor Ruddock, a man who believed wholeheartedly that Tyson was vulnerable. Ruddock had power, youth, size, and a reputation for knocking opponents into the shadow realm. But he also had arrogance, and that was a fatal flaw. His early strike stunned fans and commentators, briefly shaking the aura of invincibility surrounding Tyson. But when Tyson responded, he transformed into something mythic. Every punch was heavy, crisp, and calculated. The storm inside him erupted, drowning Ruddock beneath a relentless wave of combinations until the referee stepped in. It was a savage beating, one that stripped away Ruddock's bravado and sent him spiraling down the ranks he thought he had conquered. Then came Larry Holmes, a legend in his own right, but a legend who made the mistake of underestimating the fury brewing inside Tyson. Holmes believed experience and intelligence were his weapons, that technique could cripple youth, but he also taunted Tyson publicly, mocking the young champion and dismissing his power. When the fight began, Tyson attacked him with the fury of a man defending his honor. Holmes tried to control the distance, tried to weather the storm, but Tyson refused to let the past champion breathe. In the 4th round, Tyson's fist delivered a brutal sentence. Holmes fell once, then twice, then a final time that sealed his fate. Tyson had avenged every insult, every slight, every careless word. Tyrell Biggs stepped forward next, confident in his size and reach. convinced that Tyson was tailor-made for defeat. Biggs poked and prodded with jabs, dancing around the ring as if he had already written himself into history as the man who derailed Iron Mike. But Tyson had seen enough. Once Biggs left even the smallest opening, Tyson charged, slipping past the long arms and firing shots designed to break a man's spirit. In the late rounds, Tyson shattered Biggs' resolve with a left hand so fierce it collapsed the giant where he stood. Biggs never reclaimed his confidence after that night. Tyson ensured he never would. Frank Bruno, sculpted like a superhero and confident, like a man destined for glory, promised to knock Tyson out and end the era of Iron Mike. Yet beneath the bright lights, Bruno learned quickly that muscles meant nothing when faced with Tyson's speed and ferocity. Though Bruno had moments of success, stunning Tyson briefly with powerful shots, the advantage did not last. Tyson tore through him with uppercuts and hooks that seemed to lift him off the canvas. When the towel finally flew in, Bruno slumped in defeat, another victim of Tyson's iron rule. Challenger after challenger arrived with bold claims and swaggering confidence. Tony Tubbs, another man who announced himself as one of the best heavyweights alive, tried to keep Tyson at bay with clever movement and defensive skill. But Tyson was already calculating, already studying the rhythm. When the opportunity came, a thunderous left hook detonated on Tubbs' temple, ending his night and dismantling any illusions of superiority. Tony Tucker followed soon after, an undefeated giant with height, reach, and confidence. People believed Tucker would be the first to truly test Tyson, and in some ways he did. His early attacks shook Tyson, proving the champion was not invincible. But Tyson's refusal to bow became his weapon. He attacked Tucker with relentless fire, forcing the towering opponent backward, breaking his resolve piece by piece. By the time the final bell rang, the judges had no choice but to crown Tyson the unquestioned master of the division. Every encounter told the same story. Madmen, trash talkers, giants, and champions all tried to break Tyson with threats and arrogance. But each time, Tyson answered with violence born from discipline, pain, and an unshakable will. He didn't just win fights. He broke spirits. He humbled egos. He restored order to a world full of brash pretenders. If you enjoyed watching how these wild challengers dared provoke Iron Mike and paid the ultimate price, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think was Tyson's most outrageous rival? And which legendary moment should we break down next? Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another deep dive into boxing history's wildest battles.